Welcome to your weekly update on U.S. politics, focusing on the major decisions and global talks shaping the nation. This week has been packed with significant legislative movements and high-stakes international engagement. Let's dive into the core developments. We'll be providing an overview of the most impactful U.S. political developments from the past 7 days, from the Capitol Hill to the Oval Office. The two major themes this week are critical domestic policy decisions and the ongoing expansion of international diplomatic engagement. Starting on the home front, let's examine the latest actions and debates impacting daily life for Americans. The legislature has been busy with key national issues, including debates over infrastructure funding and healthcare reform. Several bipartisan bills saw significant movement this week. The executive branch issued several significant orders, setting new regulatory standards and outlining national priorities, with broad implications for various sectors. Turning our attention overseas, the U.S. has been actively engaged in high-level global talks. Here are the latest developments. Recent international summits saw progress on trade agreements and climate commitments, signaling a renewed focus on multilateral cooperation. The U.S. position on major global conflicts, particularly in Eastern Europe and the Asia-Pacific region, remains firm, with continued commitment to key allies. The state of the American economy is always a top political priority. Let's look at the latest economic outlook and policy updates. Inflation rates are stabilizing, and job numbers continue to show resilience. However, debates over upcoming government spending bills are intensifying on Capitol Hill. Key policy debates this week centered on tax reform, national debt management, and strategies to ensure long-term economic stability. With election cycles approaching, the political landscape is continuously shifting. We review the state of play. Early polling for upcoming elections shows competitive races across key states, with both major parties mobilizing their base. Notable controversies and internal party debates indicate potential shifts in core platforms as parties prepare for the next round of campaigning. To wrap up our weekly political digest, here's a quick summary of the most impactful moments. This week's most impactful decisions include the passage of key domestic legislation and advancements in international trade discussions. Next week, keep an eye on crucial budget votes and a scheduled foreign policy address that could set the tone for the coming month. Welcome to your essential briefing on the latest in USA politics. We're covering the big decisions and global talks shaping the nation. In a fast-moving world, staying informed is crucial. We'll give you a concise summary and analysis of this week's major political movements. The political environment remains dynamic, with ongoing debates dominating Washington and setting the stage for significant policy shifts. Today, we focus on major domestic policy decisions, crucial global talks, and the latest political developments from Capitol Hill and the executive branch. Starting with domestic affairs, let's examine the major decisions recently pushed through in Washington. This week saw significant legislative action, including the passage of a critical bipartisan bill aimed at national infrastructure. This legislative move is expected to have far-reaching impacts on both the economy, potentially stimulating job growth, and social programs targeted for specific reforms. Shifting our focus to international relations, several key global talks and foreign policy initiatives made headlines. The president attended a major international summit focusing on climate change and global economic stability with key allies. Bilateral relations with several major partners were strengthened through new trade agreements and security pacts, reinforcing key global alliances. Despite diplomatic progress, challenges persist, particularly concerning ongoing geopolitical tensions and securing favorable global trade terms. Domestically, there have been several pivotal developments within the political sphere this week. Highlights include a key Supreme Court ruling and the executive branch's announcement of new regulatory guidelines for emerging technologies. Looking ahead, mark your calendars for next month's crucial committee hearings and the deadline for several major policy reports. That wraps up our detailed political update for the week. In summary, the week was defined by major domestic legislation and continued high-stakes international diplomacy. Be sure to tune in next week as we track the impact of new policies and follow up on global developments. Thank you for watching.